In the shadowed depths where desire weaves its silken threads, Jung whispered a warning that lingers like a storm on the horizon. Every longing carries the seed of its own destruction, a truth that dances in the flames of the human soul. Some women don't chase, yet their absence burns with a memory that consumes all it touches. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and comment below. What desires have you seen turn to ashes in the silence? She rises as the archetypal woman, an embodiment of Jung's anima and her untamed glory, her presence a quiet inferno that ignites the man's unconscious without a spark, her emotional self-worth a radiant core that defies the chaos she inspires. Not the one to pursue, but the muse whose feminine attraction lies in the enigma of her stillness. She draws him into the orbit of his projections, where desire becomes a mirror to the shadow self he buries. The man, cloaked in ego's brittle armor, reveals unconscious behaviors, restless pursuits masked as indifference, possessive glances that linger too long, all projections of the anima he cannot integrate, his animus clashing against the void she represents. Trauma psychology murmurs here, past wounds of attachment fueling his fixation, contrasting with her stoic-like detachment that resonates like a drumbeat in the silence, where desire simmers with destructive potential. In this archetypal dance, attachment dynamics twist like thorns around his heart, his ego casting onto her the vulnerabilities he denies, while she, rooted in individuation, becomes the catalyst for the tension that builds, a mystery that beckons shadow work from the depths. The internal shifts begin, subtle as the first crack in a dam, as Stoic philosophy offers him a fragile shield against the flood of unhealed pain, her presence provoking the unraveling he fears to face. The tension coils like a serpent in the garden of the psyche, where Jung's warning takes root, desire, a double-edged blade that cuts toward destruction, its edge reflected in the man's projections onto the archetypal woman, seeing in her the temptress who promises and destroys. Her feminine attraction, woven from the power of non-engagement, draws him deeper, attachment dynamics shifting from curiosity to a desperate grasp, rooted in trauma's echoes where love once meant ruin. The first emotional turning point arrives in a moment of stillness, her gaze averted as he reaches out, desire flaring into a silent inferno, stoic resolve fracturing under the weight of past betrayals, resonance building as projection falters. You feel the pull, don't you? The way his breath catches, the mystery of her indifference exposing the ego's fragility, contrasting trauma's chaos with her resonant calm. Deeper, the second turning point unfolds in a heated exchange, words like embers hurled into the void, her silence a stoic provocation that ignites the destructive undercurrent, attachment pulling him toward engulfment while shadow work stirs, tension mounting as desire threatens to consume. The third turning point whispers in a dreamlike vision, him standing amidst ruins under a blood-red sky, her figure fading, where the animus within her mirrors his unintegrated fears, internal shifts rippling as Jung's warning echoes in the silence. Symbolic tales weave through the narrative like threads of fate, mirroring the man's descent in relatable imagery. Envision him pacing a candlelit room at midnight, shadows dancing on walls where her image lingers, desire's destruction symbolized by the wax melting into oblivion, trauma's grip contrasting her stoic grace. In everyday strokes, picture a man lingering at a window during a storm, rain tracing paths like tears, her absence a mirror to his projections, attachment manifesting as restless hands against the glass, the anima haunting the tempest, mystery deepening as internal tensions peak. Another story unfolds, a couple parting at a train platform, he clutching a ticket she'll never claim, her indifference a quiet force that provokes his shadow, symbolic rivers drying where desires once flowed, the fourth emotional turning point crystallizing in this departure, where stoic endurance meets Jungian depth in resonant dissonance. You confront the resonance in these moments, the way desire's edge cuts deeper, feminine attraction drawing him into the abyss, where trauma psychology offers contrast to her individuated strength, storytelling revealing the path from ruin to redemption. From the ashes of this consuming fire, empowerment emerges like a phoenix unfurling its wings, the archetypal woman embracing detachment as the ultimate act of awareness, her individuation a light that burns away not him, but the illusions desire has forged. She integrates the animus with serene power, emotional self-worth unshakable as trauma's contrasts resonate into healing, attachment dynamics evolving from destructive chains to liberated threads. The man, scorched by desire's flame, experiences the fifth emotional turning point in surrender, projections dissolving as Jung's shadow work completes its cycle, stoic resolve aligning with the mystery of rebirth where feminine attraction becomes a conduit to wholeness. Her presence, once a pyre, now a forge for his own empowerment, awareness blooming in the space she vacates, individuation rising like dawn over the ruins. The woman who walks away in silence isn't weak, she simply sees more, and in her vision he finds the strength to rise from the ashes.